Hi and welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this video we're going to talk about some of the optional controllers you can use with the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. Hi everyone, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions, and we've recently gotten our hands on the Super NES Classic Edition. If you haven't done so, make sure you check out our unboxing video up there. One of the cool things about it is the fact that they have perfectly duplicated the original Super NES controller and works great for gameplay. However, there's a few things missing from it, most noticeably a home button, which makes things a little bit more challenging. I've got a number of different controllers here, some that I know you're not going to have full functionality on, others that may or may not work and may or may not work in the future. So let's get started. So what I have right now, first of all, is I have my SNES Classic hooked up over there, and I'm using just one of my extension cables to connect the controllers. So I have on screen here, you can see I have Super Mario World paused, and we're going to go first of all, and we are going to connect the 8-bit DOE NES30 gamepad. And this is one of them that if you haven't done so, make sure you check out our review on the channel too. So I've got it plugged in there. We're going to turn on the controller. Controller is on, and let's see if it plays. Alright, so I can jump, I can spin jump, or jump. So it looks like B and X are exactly the same, Y and A are exactly the same, L and R, L works the same as B, and R works the same as A. So right now, doesn't work. Well, it works, but it doesn't have the functionality that you need. However, good news. 8-bit DOE has announced that they are coming out with a firmware update to their retro receiver, this little doodad there, so that you'll be able to utilize not only this controller, but the NES30 Pro, which we have two of those here, and the Super or SNES 30 gamepad with the SNES Classic Edition. Now, in addition, because this does use Bluetooth, you can even use it with a PS3, PS4 controller. You can use it with the Joy-Con. You can use it with a Switch Pro controller. This actually unlocks a lot. They have not announced a release date yet for the updated firmware, but it's coming. All right. So along the same lines, and this one I know I'm not going to have all the functionality I need just because of the design of it, but this is the Neko Mini Boss, and it's the same basic idea. This was designed for the NES Classic Edition. We're going to plug it in. Light is on there. We are turned on, and unpause. And B jumps, A spin jumps, and that's it. So again, just a fun experiment, but right now doesn't do much for you. So we're going to take that one out. But again, with only two buttons on it, you wouldn't expect it to have all the features that you would need with a Super NES controller. Next up, and this is one that I'm really hoping works. This is the wired fight pad that's designed to work with the Wii remotes. I have tested it, and it did work with the NES Classic Edition. So the reason why I'm really hoping that this unit works is the fact that it actually has a dedicated home button. So let's check this out. B jump, spin jump, seems like X and Y do the exact same thing. Yeah, it's kind of weird because of just the button layout does not work great. But you saw, it did work. So depending on the game, you might, there's up, down, left, right, B, A, Y, which is just running, grabbing. And I don't remember what X is supposed to do differently off the top of my head. Yeah, it looks like X and Y are doing the same thing, so I just don't remember what those do separately. But now let's check it. Let's hit the home button. Oh, the home button works! So that is too cool. So yes, the wired fight pads work. And finally what we're gonna do, and we'll toss that one aside. This is one of the, this is like an eBay NES Pro Controller, or Wii Pro Controller that I bought. As you can tell, I hadn't even really used it yet. And I got nothing, not a thing, which is disappointing at the very least. But hey, at least you know that you have options beyond this. There are other great options coming out too. I know Hori has their wireless fighting pad coming out. Those are about 25 bucks. There's some cheaper ones out there for like 20 that are also wireless if you want to get rid of said wire or just go completely wireless. For me, like I say, I am geeked out and looking forward to the update for the retro receiver from 8BitDo because I'm already invested in these, and these are awesome controllers. If you're looking at picking up some of those controllers for yourself, make sure that you head on over to CastlemaniaGames.com, use promo code ROX10, and you can save 10% on your next order. Thanks to Ryan and the guys over at Castlemania Games for that. If you do have any comments or questions about anything that you've seen here today, anything on the SNES Classic, and any of the controllers that we have here, or anything consumer electronics related at all, please feel free to leave a comment down below. You can also email us at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can also visit us on Twitter at RockSolidStudios, Facebook, facebook.com/RockSolidProductions. We're on all those places. We respond to each and every one of our comments. You can also go and support the channel by supporting us on Patreon as well. Patreon.com/RockSolid. For as little as $1 a month, you can support Rock Solid Productions in our future endeavors. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.